Hello, my name is Jason Smith, and I'm the Outbound Product Manager for Itom Visibility at ServiceNow. Today we're going to go through the Agent Client Collector for Itom Visibility. The Agent Client Collector for Itom Visibility utilizes a push-based methodology whereby we install agents on servers and end-user computers. The agents run periodic checks according to policy and ultimately initiate communication with the mid-server, and the mid-server initiates communication with the instance. Ultimately, the CMDB is being updated via a secure data flow. ServiceNow has a unified agent strategy, and this is made possible by the Agent Client Collector framework. The Agent Client Collector framework is the agent itself, manages communication between the agent and the mid-server, and also between the mid-server and the ServiceNow instance. Multiple ServiceNow products provide plugins to the agent. For example, Itom Health provides a plugin whereby we can gather metrics and events from servers and applications. Agent Client Collector for Visibility is primarily concerned with discovery. The Agent Client Collector spoke allows you to execute process flows so that you can run queries and commands on remote devices. The Agent Client Collector ships with a standalone version of osquery. This allows you to run SQL queries against a virtual database, and it's literally as simple as things like select star from processes where command line like Java, select star from sudoers, or select hostname CPU type from system info. Let's take a look at a demo. First thing I want to do is look at the installation instructions. So I'm getting a message here saying that the API key is not yet defined. That's just telling me that we haven't set up the mid server for communication with the Agent Client Collector yet. So there's detailed instructions for many different types of operating systems. Of course, we have MSI packages for Windows, but we also have packages for other systems like Debian. We also have RPM packages that is used for various other Linux operating systems. Setting up the mid server to use the Agent Client Collector is very simple. I've already got the mid server installed, so we'll go there. And then simply click on Set up Agent Client Collector Listener. This is a port that you can choose. I'm going to choose this one. Okay, so WebSockets is now available on that mid server. And then we can grab the mid server API key. We're going to need that as part of the installation of the agent. We could choose to generate a new key, but in this case, I'm just going to copy that one, and then I'll use that as part of the installation of the agent. So now we're going to install the agent on a Windows server. I've already downloaded the MSI package. Do the install like this. Paste the API key in there. And I need this IP address. And then the port that I chose, that's fine. So this is telling us that while, yes, the agent can execute commands, it can only execute very specific commands that you allow. You could remove this to execute any command that would run under the authorization of the service account that's running the agent. But right now, we're just going to leave this like this. And the installation of the agent is now complete, and it's telling us where we could look into the log files. After the agent is successfully installed, we can have a look at the Agent Health dashboard to get an overview. So in this case, we see that the agent has been installed on one Windows server. This is the record for the agent, and we can drill into the server record. The agent was able to correctly identify the attributes of the server, in addition to correlating to the virtualized layer. So you have things like file system, software installed, running processes, serial numbers, and TCP connections. Complete and correct discovery. So how does this work? We have policies. In this case, I've got more than one application, so I've got monitoring, and I've also got the ACC-V installed here. We'll group by application, and it is this policy that I'm interested in. This is the Enhanced Discovery Policy. A policy is a collection of one or more checks to be executed by the agent. In this case, we've only got one check. These are the commands that will be run by the agent, and they will be run at this schedule So in this case, it's once a day. And then you're able to use the filter to choose which computers this will be executed on. So for instance, you could choose servers at a specific location, or maybe just desktops. If you want to take action on the agent, you can use the flow designer and make use of the agent client collector spoke. The spoke ships with content in the form of flows and also actions. For example, we could use this flow to restart the agent. Let's have a look at managing compliance for remote workers. For this flow, we will run a number of checks if it's a Windows server, and if it's a Linux server, then we'll run additional checks. So for instance, on the Windows server, we're going to verify that the firewall is in fact enabled. So I've already run the check. This is the check results. And we can see here, for instance, that we were looking in the osquery virtual database to see if the firewall was enabled. And we have an answer here back that yes, the firewall was in fact enabled. Flow action responses are put in this table. So action responses under agent client collector spoke. And here is an example. So this is where we were checking to see if the firewall was enabled. And this is the response. So you're able to use this data for additional processing as necessary. The agent client collector for visibility utilizes push-based methodology and is powered by agents installed on servers and end-user computers. The agent client collector spoke allows you to extend the system of action so that you can run queries and do commands on remote computers. For software asset management customers, the agent client collector for visibility allows you to do software metering. Thank you.